Hello gang, good to have you back again. If you're joining me for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. I hope you've had a wonderful Easter, Spring Festival, egg-shaped candy hunting day, whatever you prefer to call or reference it by. Because I soaked up a bit of the suckage for everybody, I like to think. Dogs woke me up early this morning, made me rather grumpy until I realized that what had happened is my hot water heater had decided to blow out this morning, and by the time I got to the basement to discover that, I had about 2 foot of standing water. Quickly, of course, shut off the water, got everything fixed, and fortunately, when I bought the house, I put in a sump pump. So, flipped that on and everything was cleared in about 15 minutes. But, considering the holiday that it is, and the fact they did wake me up early, even though it was for a good cause, the doggies still got a little bit of holiday punishment. That aside, though, that's not what we're here for. As I promised, a beverage review. Now, I should not have to explain what Starbucks is to anybody. Everybody should know who they are. The problem is, personally, I just don't see spending that much for a cup of coffee. Sorry, I just don't. It seems almost criminally wasteful. But my wife loves it, and every now and then we'll stop in to get her some. But I also don't bother simply because, to be honest, I can't find anything on their menu I like. I know that seems preposterous, but after years spent overseas, years spent in various suckholes around the world where the coffee I drank was usually brewed over open fire in a canteen cup, my taste buds are just so acclimated that, as my wife puts it, I can't drink good coffee. Just doesn't happen. So she ordered her beverage of choice, and they looked at me, anything for you, sir? I was like, no, I'm sorry. After years of Army Field coffee, I just don't like anything on your menu. I just can't drink it. It doesn't taste good for me. And you've got that little sign sitting there that says, you'll love it or we'll make you a new one. That'd just be a waste of both of our time. The manager stepped up from behind, and I think trying to be a bit of a smartass to how about a dead shot? A double, on me. What the heck is a dead shot? It's not on the menu. I'd never heard of it before, but it sounds intriguing. And he explained, it is what they make and is one of the final tests for their baristas in order to qualify as a barista. The managers make it and the baristas have to try it. It's basically burned espresso. And I'm like, sure, why not? It's on him. So he makes me a double, hands it to me. And they had told me that, it's quite common to have somebody gag. One girl who went through the training with the female barista who was serving my wife, apparently almost threw up. She got physically ill. This is a common reaction among their trainees qualifying as baristas. I loved it. That was some great crap. So, we know how bad my taste buds are really screwed up when it comes to coffee. They gave me the weirdest looks, though. It was like, okay, thank you, sir. You need another? It's like, no, I'm good. Don't shut this espresso. I'm going to be wired. So, if you want to see what I think of as good coffee, and apparently what appeals to my taste buds, try a dead shot. It should be interesting for you. But that's not the sole purpose of why I'm here, to give Starbucks what they consider bad coffee that they are never to serve, and train their people not to serve coffee that tastes that way, a plus, but actually to review a couple other companies for you. I am a disabled veteran. I am very pro-veteran. That's just part of life. There are 2 companies I have found out about over the years, though, that I have to give props to. 1, because they're founded and run by fellow veterans. 2, because they make some good booze. The first is Valor Winery in Livermore, California. The owner is Josh Lane, a former Marine, who founded the vineyard in, I believe, 2008, 2009. They were qualified by the California Vineyard Association, or Winery Association, whatever it's called, as producing consumable alcoholic beverages, wine, in 2011. I actually found out about them in early 2013. I think it was February, maybe March, when a fellow officer attending a function with me had a couple of their bottles of wine that he had brought back with him from his last trip out to California, I believe, to see his in-laws. He popped the cork, shared it around, told us about what the place was. It was good wine. It was really good. Now, one of the things to Valor Winery is they predominantly hire either physically or mentally disabled veterans. That's their main staffing goal. But they also take some of their profits and spend them enabling themselves to help out other vets by teaching basic farming, vineyard techniques, homebrewing, small industry, small farming type things that enable other vets to produce goods, to get on their feet independently. For that, I really got to give them a shout out. Now, if you're interested in some of their products, that's the first link in the description down below. Second one I want to talk to you about has gotten a bit of hype lately, and hopefully you've seen it on Facebook or somewhere else and already know about it, and this is just redundancy, is Dog Tag Brewery, founded by Seth Jordan, another former Marine. Got to give the Marines their props. They're doing good work. And he was a bit of a rotorhead, aviation officer, so I got to cut him a little slack there too. But they went into business and are based out of Belgrade, Montana, where, by the name, Dog Tag Brewery, they're brewing beer. Now, they've got two types coming out so far, a lager and an India Pale Ale. The big difference is, if I remember the conversation correctly, Seth lost 7 members out of his flight, out of his squadron in Afghanistan in one day. It was a loss. It hit him and the rest of the squadron hard. And he wanted to be able to not only honor his fallen comrades, but all those veterans out there who have made the supreme sacrifice. So, founding Dog Tag Brewery, they've gotten 12 acceptances so far from the families of deceased veterans. And what they do is they've got their logo on the front of the can, but on the back, you've got a dog tag featuring the name. As I said, so far they've got 12 of a fallen veteran, followed by a short bio underneath. The big thing of it is, and the real shout out to Seth, founder CEO of Dog Tag Brewery, and to the brewery staff themselves, is they contribute back from the profits to charities founded in the names of each of the different 12. And the funds to those charities go to different nonprofit charities around the country, continuing to give back not just to fellow veterans, but to others in need across the country. That's the second link in the description down below. If you want to try out some of their products, get in touch. Unfortunately, they're only available on the shelf in about 6 states so far, but Seth's made arrangements. If you're interested, you can get in contact with their marketing department, and they'll ship it to you. Now, my final piece for the video hollers back to something that has been a part of my life since about the first grade. Quick side story, I was a horrible student in the first grade, apparently, according to my dad. But I loved knights and I loved dragons. And I've been a geek ever since because my dad saw this new boxed game in the store and figured, well, if he could get me to read it and do all the math and everything myself, maybe, just maybe, it would boost my school scores. And it did. Kept me in honor roll all the way up into high school until I really started to discover girls. And then my grades slipped a little bit. I've also been a video gamer for a long time. I don't have my first system on hand anymore, but I've been gaming for a long time on multiple mediums. So, at the store today, picking up a few groceries and cruising through the adult beverages section, I spotted something that just made my wife and I both laugh. We're both long-term gamers. And I just had to pick up a pack of it. It's called 8-Bit Beer. This is actually the Pale Ale. And as you can see, their cans are entertaining. They're in an interesting, different little carrier where you can rotate them and look at everything. And I just had to pick up a 4-pack and bring it home. I've never tried it. It's a nice sized can, but I haven't tried it yet. It sounds interesting. Let's see if they actually make a good product or not. That's not a bad pale ale. It is in pint size, so it'll last you a good little bit, maybe. And that's not bad. It's not bad at all. I've had better, but usually big, expensive name brands. That's pretty good. Well, take care, gang. I hope this found you well. Hope it expanded your knowledge and horizons a bit. Put you in touch with something that maybe you're a little interested in. As I said, the links to both Valor Winery and Dog Tag Brewing are in the description down below. If you're interested in what they produce, give them a shot. Take care of yourselves. Remember, get up, get out, get involved. If you're not willing to get up and make a difference, but somebody else does, and they do it in a way that you don't like, don't agree with, or they just screw it up, you really can't complain because they at least tried and you didn't. So get up, get out, and get involved, and try to have some fun while you're at it. Take care. I'll catch you next time. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Hit the like or dislike. Subscribe if you haven't already. I am the Articulate Grunt. I'll catch you later. Until then, out from here. Bye.